Boom. There we go. Hey everybody, how we doing? Yes, this is day 22. This is day 2 of the 28 days of talking about Black inventors, Black American inventors who have done amazing things for the community, for America, and for the world through their inventions and innovations, right? And today is no exception. Another great person we're here to talk about. And just to keep you guys in tune, my name is Antonio V. Miles. Yes, the one and the only, the real one, not the phony. And if you didn't know, then you mustn't know me, right? And this is The Empire, right? And so, yeah, we just want to talk about this next amazing, great person who created Black American female, a woman. And her name is Marie von Britton Brown. Ever heard that name before? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But I definitely guarantee you've probably been around, touched, even probably still used today what her invention is, was, is. And that is basically the home security system, right? And that ranges from anything, buzzing people in, right? Talking through mics. We all have either lived in a home security system, had a home security system, or been to one, right? And because we all want protection. And so let's get into a little bit about the history about Marie. And, she was born in 1922, Jamaica, Queens. And by the age of 43, she was a nurse, and she was married to Albert Brown, who was an electronics tech, right? And they would, her being a nurse and him being a tech, they would work crazy hours, right? Super late at night. And sometimes she would be working late at night and he wouldn't be home. And unfortunately, in the neighborhood, she didn't feel secured. And that's respectable. And she wanted to figure out a way to feel more comfortable, more secure at home, which makes sense, right? For a woman to feel comfortable and secured. So what's also really cool is that she was married to someone who was an electronics tech. So she was able to develop this closed-circuited television system, which we call CCTV, right? We've all heard that term, right? CCTV, which stands for closed-circuit television system. And so, working with her husband, they were able to put this patent in place in 1969, right? And how it starts is that the device would be planted on the front of the door, right? And on the front of the door, it had 4 peepholes, a sliding camera, go through the peepholes, TV monitors, and a 2-way microphone. And what the sliding camera would do is that it would go through the peepholes to be able to identify not only who was at the door, but to identify their height, right? Because we can only tell a person's height by kind of like looking from different angles, and also by like, for example, if you know how long this plan is, then you can represent my height to it from different angles and be like, okay, Antonio's this tall. So that's how that peepholes were able to detect different heights of the individual, right? Super cool. Not only with that, the 2-way microphone was to communicate, right, from her being inside and the person at the door, just like any apartment, any residential home, or any like even business, right? Beep. Who's there? Pizza guy. I ordered pizza yesterday. Sorry, we're here. So that was her invention, to get the 2-way mics. Remember, people, this is all to do for protection, right? She doesn't want any interaction with anybody without knowing who they are, what they look like, and what do they want. And this is a perfect way to keep that distance, right? Another thing that she put on top of that, which makes sense, is a remote control to allow people in or not in, right? When they're able to be identified visually, audio to the mic, and then she created a remote to unlock it from a distance. So she never has to walk to the door to open it. She can just say, okay, I approve, you're good, you seem straight, okay, boom. How many apartments, right, that we know about, we've been to, even in New York or in other affluent areas where you have to get buzzed in, gotta get unlocked in order to get into the building. This is this woman's creation, her and her husband, right? And last but not least, what she had to her patent, her home security patent, was in case any emergency happened, she had an emergency button. An emergency button that would go straight to the police or security. So that way she could feel completely secure. If anything happened, zzz, boom. Woo, 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 woo. Right? And this is an amazing feat that she did. And again, this was patented in 1969. In 1969. Right? And what's unfortunate about it is that this device, this whole technology was ahead of its time. That's what they said. It was ahead of its time. And also, it would probably be way too pricey in the 1969 for an average homeowner to get it. So she never saw income from it, according to the things that I read. She never got any income from it, any monetary value from it. And she passed, or she transitioned, as a lot of people like to say. She transitioned to the next realm in 1999. Not too long ago, if you want to put it in reference, right? 24 years ago from today's date, 2023. And she departed from us, transitioned from us in 1999. And by 2005, 6 years after her death, companies were able to put home security, CCTV systems in homes by 2005. And it's become big and bigger and bigger, and it's become $1 billion business and organization, right? But what's important is that we know the person who created it, the person whose idea it was, right? That's Marie Brown. And so this information is to let you know how you're safe in your home, how you're safe in your business, who created these things, right? The foundation, the original, the OG, right? It was Marie and her husband. So let's thank them. Let's. This information is so that way we know and can appreciate the people, especially these Black American people, who have done these great things. Sometimes Black Americans are kind of looked at as not really doing anything, and so this is to help shine light. Quite digestible, quite easy to learn. Tell your kids, tell your family. This is for all communities, not just for Black American communities. This is for all communities to know, because all communities use security systems on one level or another, right? So this is just good to share. Just wanted to share this with you guys. And this is day 2 of day 28 of Black Inventors that has helped in inventions in the world and in America and for all of us in one form, shape, or another. And that's it for today. You know, again, my name is Antonio Lee Miles. This is The Empire. Please like, subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. If you don't subscribe to the channel. Anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Again, we will be here again to talk about the next inventor, so stay tuned. And yeah, learn a little bit, share a little bit, because I wish I had the rainbow. The more you know, right? Other than that, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace to you all.